Hi guys, it's Anthony with AJK Beauty back with another video. So today, as usual, rather than doing full skin or full size skincare like routine skincare products, this is all about some sheet masks that I've been using fairly recently. And this time around, they're all sheet masks that I really liked. So it's going to be a fairly short video because it's just all about sheet masks. But let's just dive right into it. So the first one that I wanted to talk about is the Facetory, oh my goodness, rejuvenating snail mask. I love these names for the Facetory masks. So hope you can see that one. These are all open, obviously, because I've used them. But Facetory does an amazing job with their sheet masks. I've loved the mask materials. I've loved the results and the featured ingredients. I feel like in-house brands like Peach and Lily, like Glow Recipe, like Facetory, that get a chance to try so many Korean products, when they finally get the opportunity to kind of curate their own or make their own in-house brand, they have that knowledge of what's worked out of like the bajillions of sheet masks or products that they've tried, and they also know what US consumers like myself really like in sheet masks, because we write reviews and we post comments on Instagram about stuff that we've liked and didn't like. So they kind of get the best of both worlds. They get to see what's coming from Korea. They get to try some of the new things and see what works and doesn't for themselves. But then they get direct feedback from us as well. So when they make their own products, I feel like you get this perfect blend of like the ingredients that really work with also some of the things that we really want as consumers or customers. So I don't know. I'm always blown away by in-house brands, in-house lines, sometimes even more than some of my actual like Korean brand favorites. So it's pretty interesting. Anyway, this one features snail secretion filtrate and shea butter. So it's really rejuvenating and repairing and hydrating. It's like a super nourishing and hydrating mask. I used this while I was traveling in Istanbul, and my skin was just kind of freaking out, just I think from being on the plane so long, and then just that stress of travel can like wreak havoc on the skin. So I used this when I was in Istanbul. It just completely brightened my skin and kind of smoothed everything out and just imparted a lot of nourishment and hydration that I think my skin was missing. It was just so like parched and dehydrated from being on the plane. I think our flight time total was like 16 hours. So yeah, you've also got aloe extract, witch hazel, jojoba seed oil, sodium hyaluronate. So a lot of really quality ingredients. The mask material was super smooth and soft. The essence had a slight creaminess to it, which is really what my skin needed at the time. And so yeah, I left this on for I think 20 minutes, and it just kind of brightened and plumped my skin, and also it just provided a lot of nourishment, which lasted throughout the next day too. So really great mask. You can find these on the Facetory site. Keeping in line with Facetory, the next one I wanted to talk about is their Let's Talk Detox Purifying Mask. This is actually made with charcoal powder, volcanic ash extract, and soybean seed extract. So this one was more of like kind of that thin, watery, serum-y kind of essence. Once again, really nice mask material here. Rather than being like a little bit heavier, I guess, and more on the nourishing side, I found some light, more kind of water-based hydration, but a lot of brightening. And the hydration that was left behind was kind of that dewy, kind of watery hydration, not that like creamy oil-based moisture hydration. So it's a little bit on the lighter side, which I really liked. And it also I find it hard to actually see any purifying benefits from sheet masks, because I think that's something that you need to work on over time. But my skin just felt clean in a way, or clear in a way, after this sheet mask. Like it had kind of maybe almost resurfaced my skin just a little bit. I don't look at for these masks to suddenly just completely reset my skin. So I take purifying claims with a grain of salt, but this one did leave my skin just feeling kind of refreshed and a little bit clear, I guess. It's hard to pinpoint it, but it was different than that you know, kind of tacky glow that you get from like something that's oil based or creamy. It was different than just a plain old hydrating mask. There was just a little bit of something extra here that I really, really liked, and that could absolutely have to do with the charcoal powder just drawing excess oil and sebum from the skin, so it maybe did kind of clarify things a little bit. But yeah, you've also got sesame seed extract. You've got hydrolyzed collagen, sodium hyaluronate in here, lime peel extract, so that could also have to do with that kind of leaving my skin feeling clean. Yeah, it's got some really great ingredients in it as well. Like I said, Facetory is just knocking it out of the park with bringing really quality, effective ingredients with some really nice mask materials, and they're just sheet masks that really work. So loved those. And then once again, in-house brand. I want to talk about the Peach and Lily peach slices. I think these are the aqua. What are they called? Oh my gosh, I should really know this, right? Huh? I think they're just called. Are they called their aqua glow masks? That's what I'm calling them. I think they're the peach slices aqua glow masks. I can't tell because I think it's at the top of the package, and I've ripped off all the tops. So yeah, it's aqua glow masks. Anyway, there are 6 different versions of these masks. You can pick these up at Target, the Peach Slices site. You can pick these up at CVS as well. And I've also seen Facetory at Urban Outfitters, just at one store, so don't quote me on that, but I have seen them there. Anyway, these are also an in-house line. Peach Slices is kind of the sister brand to Peach and Lily. And when I first saw these masks and the Peach Slices line in general at CVS, I was a little skeptical because I knew Peach and Lily's in-house line, like their flagship line, was so good. So I was like, is this going to be just kind of like the dumbed down version of the Peach and Lily in-house line? Is it going to be not as effective? Are the formulations going to be worse? Are they taking the cheap route with it? And I'm so glad that I decided to try them, because that is absolutely not the case. Priced a little bit more affordably, it's a little bit more accessible, but the formulations from what I'm seeing so far are stellar. They're so much better than other sheet mask brands that are priced a lot higher. So even though you have kind of this fun, cutesy packaging, they're not trading that out for really traditional herbal ingredients, which I was shocked by. They're not trading that out for replacing everything with just a bunch of alcohol and silicones and calling it a day. It seems like Peach and Lily and Alicia Yoon really took the time to formulate these properly, but the aim was to get them in the hands of as many people as possible, and they really did an excellent job. You've got calming, you've got a shrink pores, you've got so like a pore minimizing, clarify, you've got firming, hydrate, and brighten. So they're all really good. I liked each one of them. They have these really incredible featured ingredients on here, like a lot of, like you've got jasmine and lotus and rosemary, bergamot oil, fermented soybean extract, which is one of my favorite ingredients, peppermint oil, fig leaf extract, blueberry extract, cordyceps sinensis extract, which is like a cordyceps mushroom extract. If you don't know what cordyceps sinensis is or cordyceps mushroom, look it up, because it is a very interesting ingredient in how it comes to be, and it's a little bit creepy. I won't spoil it, but look it up. It's cordyceps sinensis. Really interesting ingredient. Thyme extract, bergamot oil, sage oil, sandalwood, orange peel, like all of these wonderful herbal ingredients that I and my skin absolutely love. And you wouldn't expect to see them, or you wouldn't look at the front of that package and immediately go, oh, that's going to be really like, has a lot of like traditional medicinal ingredients. So these are kind of little diamonds in the rough, I think. They're free of artificial fragrance, no alcohol, parabens, no mineral oil, dye, no formaldehyde, sulfates, and no animal testing. So just like the Peach and Lily in-house line. So there's really not a lot of compromises here, which is great. I loved them all. I would say each one of them, which is surprising for a line of masks, actually kind of did what it said it would do. Sometimes when you have like a set of masks that's like 6 different things that they'll do, and you flip it over and the ingredients list is pretty much all the same except for maybe one ingredient, and all the masks sheet masks kind of do the same thing. It's all just kind of basic hydration. Sometimes you'll get like some calming benefits, but all of these really did kind of live up to their names and what they would do to certain extents. But my favorite out of all of them was hands down the brightening. This is probably one of the best sheet masks I've ever used. For a brightening sheet mask, you'd think that it's going to be 100, like really niacinamide focus, which this is, vitamin C focus, but it's going to be that thin kind of watery consistency. So the product has a lot of time to absorb, and usually brightening sheet masks have alcohols because that helps to drive the ingredients into the skin. So you get a more noticeable immediate effect. No alcohols in this, but they managed to create a mask that was incredibly brightening, but also it's like a creamy consistency. So similar to the Oh My Goodness, it's like a creamy, milky sheet mask, which is kind of shocking or surprising for a brightening mask. When I opened it, I was like, wait, maybe I read this wrong. Maybe I grabbed the wrong one, but no, it really is the brightening one. And it just imparts so much brightening and kind of like revitalization to the skin. Like when I took it off, my skin was like noticeably more glowing and radiant, and it just leaves behind this really nice kind of creamy serum that just pats in wonderfully. You get left with kind of like this velvet skin look and feel. I've just never used a brightening mask that delivered so well and so quickly and in kind of this like creamy, nourishing essence, as opposed to something that's just really watery. And I don't mind the watery ones, but it was just awesome to get one that was so hydrating and nourishing as well as brightening. I think that's rare. And then you've got grapefruit peel, lavender, sandalwood, all sorts of these wonderful herbal ingredients. These all smell incredible. They have that kind of hanbang kind of scent a little bit. And yeah, I don't know. These were just really great masks. I think they're like $2.50 or $3 a pop. So not that pricey, especially compared to like the Peach and Lily in-house line. I think the original glow sheet mask is $6 each, maybe $5. So around half the cost, but you get some really excellent benefits, and they're so accessible. You run over to your local CVS, grab them, run over to Target, pick up a couple of them, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. I will absolutely be going back to these and keeping a set of these on hand just as backups in case another sheet mask I use or set that I'm using doesn't work out. So yeah, that's it for these sheet masks. I liked them all. These were all winners in my book. So that's it. Let me know your or leave comments on what you think about these masks if you used them before, or maybe some of your other favorite sheet masks. And then I will leave links to where you can pick this stuff up online if you decide to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to subscribe. You can also find me at AJKBeauty on Instagram, and then my blog is ajkbeauty, no spaces, .wordpress.com. So be on the lookout for more content coming your way. Next week I'll have more review videos and then Instagram posts, yada, yada, yada. So thank you guys so much for watching, and stay glowing. Bye.